It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so we got some motion in the featherweight division as a really notable fight just got announced in the featherweight division. And as I've said many times, and I'll say it once more again, 2024 will in fact be the year of the featherweight division. There is no division in boxing that I genuinely believe will deliver on a consistent basis at the world-class level this calendar year more than the featherweight division, because these guys are all going to be jockeying for position to be in the best position for one event. And inevitably, the monster, Naoya Inoue, moves up from 122 to 126. So a lot of high-level fights going to be happening from now till then. But nonetheless, we have a fight that got announced, and it's going to be on that Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou undercard. So this, to me, is actually really and truthfully the standout fight on the undercard. In my mind, it's the main event on the undercard because you got that man right there. You know, Mexico City's very own, the three-division champion, Rey Vargas. You know, he's been an interesting commodity in this weight class because for the longest time, Rey Vargas was supposed to fight Brandon Figueroa. We heard all these rumors about Rey Vargas fighting Brandon Figueroa. The fight inevitably did not happen. It never got signed, never got sealed, never got delivered to the public. And now he's going to be fighting this man right here, the man that I affectionately refer to as the Scout's Gervonta Davis. You know, Liverpool's very own Nick Ball. Now, this is a damn good fight for the featherweight division. And Vargas is putting up his WBC title on the line. And I do think that Vargas has a lot to prove because the last time we saw Rey Vargas, he got absolutely exposed by O'Shaquie Foster. That was a fight that a lot of people thought O'Shaquie Foster couldn't win. And he had the advantage of being a Mexican fighter in Texas and got his head boxed the hell off by O'Shaquie Foster. So there's no shame in that because O'Shaquie Foster has won ahead and went on to validate himself as one of the best fighters around these weights. But nonetheless, Rey Vargas, I think, has something to prove because, you know, he tried to whip him weight. It didn't work out, but he's never lost in this weight class. And, you know, there's going to be an interesting style clash. And again, just like I said with Maxie Hughes and William Zepeda, it's another Mexico versus UK rivalry fight. Now, look, I can't really call it a rivalry because the UK almost never wins. Like for every 15, the UK wins a Mexico rivalry fight maybe once every 15 fights. So Nick Ball, man, I know Nick Ball's fought a couple Mexicans as a prospect, but Nick Ball, I think he's got the style. And in a sense, if you're looking at the styles of this fight, Nick Ball fights more like a Mexican, and Rey Vargas actually fights more like a Brit, just being honest. Nick Ball is a fighter that likes to come forward, is very explosive, throws punches to put your lights out, as to where with Rey Vargas, you know, I wouldn't call Rey Vargas a pillow-fisted fighter. He's got, you know, 22 knockouts and 37 professional fights, but he's not, you know, a traditional Mexican fighter. He's tall, he's long, he's rangy, he boxes very patiently off the jab. Sometimes the punch output isn't the highest in his fights if he's in there with another high-level fighter. So he's different. He's trained by Nacho Berenstein, so he comes from a very well-schooled coach. And I think it's going to be interesting because, you know, when you look at the featherweight division right now, you got Venado Lopez, who's champion. You got Rafael Espinoza, who's champion. You got Rey Vargas, who's champion. And then you have the vacant WBA belt, which Otabek Komotov, Raymond Ford are fighting for on March 2nd. So nobody really knows who the hell the best featherweight is in the world right now. They need to sort this out because, and some people, look, I've heard some people say that Rey Vargas, they believe is the best featherweight champion. I've heard some people say they think Rey Vargas ain't nothing. He ain't shit really. So he has a chance to really show what he could do. And I think we should be getting a hungry, at the age of 33 years old, we should be getting a very hungry, very game, very determined Rey Vargas. And look, right now, all the world champions at featherweight are Mexicans. So look, if they want to maintain Mexican dominance in these weight classes, it's going to start off with Rey Vargas trying to, you know, fly the flag high for the Mexicans. Now, Nick Ball, I'll tell you guys about Nick Ball. I was very impressed with his last fight when he fought former world champion Isaac Dogboe. You know, Dogboe's been around the block. He's well seasoned. And Nick Ball, I thought, did a great job of being the dominant fighter and mowing him down and, you know, winning the exchanges and things like that. So it was a good win. He actually wound up dropping him in the 4th round. But Nick Ball has been on my radar for a while. Ever since he beat up on Isaac Lowe, he's been on my radar. And, you know, he did fight one Mexican fighter. His name was Jesus Ramirez Rubio, who was 21-3, and he knocked him out in 1 round. So he has fought a Mexican, albeit I don't know if you could class that as a high-level Mexican, but love the fight. I really do love the fight. Any fight, I'm going to tell you guys this. For those out there who don't know who Nick Ball is, I wouldn't label too many guys in boxing must-see TV. I feel like anytime he fights, you get your money's worth. You get a guy that comes forward. You get a guy that throws a lot of punches. You get a guy that throws punches with bad intentions to knock your lights out. And so it's going to be interesting to see how he tries to impose his will on the fight, how he tries to impose his explosiveness on the fight as he makes a bid to become, the UK's latest world champion. And I can't remember the last time a UK fighter in their first fight, not like, because Lewa doesn't count, because Lewa got knocked out and lost his belt. But when was the last time a UK fighter fought a Mexican in a world title fight and won a world title? The first time, not in a rematch, but like the first time, not on home soil, because this fight's going to be in Saudi. So neither Ray has an advantage nor Nick Ball as far as the home crowd or anything like that. So I'm looking very forward to see how it's going to pan out and how it winds up going, because I think Nick Ball has a chance to really make a name for himself in this weight class. Nick Ball is a guy that boxing fans that have been watching him are starting to get behind. And one thing about Rey Vargas, I'm not discrediting him. He's a 3-division world champion. He didn't do that by accident. He's a fantastic fighter. But he's one of those guys that's kind of been one of the more unheralded Mexican champions, one of the more overlooked Mexican champions over the years. And so I think although he's at the latter stages of his career, this is a chance for Rey Vargas to really, make people appreciate him, because he's going to be in a division that's going to be heating up, with like Inoue coming up, and then you got like Stephen Fulton in the division, you got Angelo Leo in the division, you got Shushu Carrington, you got Robeisy Ramirez. Like, there's a lot of guys in the featherweight division that are going to make it just so much better than it's been in the last couple of years. And it's been a good division over the last couple of years, but I think it's going to be a great division this year and in the coming years. So, that's my little take. That's my little thoughts on Rey Vargas versus Nick Ball. I think Rey Vargas is going to have a pretty big advantage, in terms of reach. I mean, I don't know exactly what Nick Ball's reach is because it's not listed, but in terms of height, Rey Vargas is about, 5.5 inches taller. He's 5'7.5". Nick Ball is 5'2". He's shorter than me, and I'm short, so that's saying something. But if you've ever watched Nick Ball fight, you know for a fact that he ain't too small to ball. He ain't height don't matter with him. He coming to knock your lights out and put you on that damn dialysis bag. So I hope Rey Vargas is on his P's and Q's, because if he's not, could be a very humiliating loss for him. But he's got the boxing skills to beat him. I think it's a good fight. I would say I would make Rey Vargas the slight favorite, but to me it's damn near a pick'em fight. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who are you favoring? Who do you think wins between that gentleman right there, Rey Vargas, and that gentleman right there, Nick Ball, for the WBC featherweight title? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.